Prince of Peace, the second Prince of Peace after Christ. Because we are seeing it. When he was at the United Nations in 2017-18, he spoke about the champion of peace and the culture of peace. And so I'm sent here by the United Nations to celebrate on behalf of the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, and all the member states, and all the stakeholders, and of course NGOs. We congratulate and celebrate His Royal Majesty Otumfuo. And I believe that great things about to happen through this month. So God bless you.
Thank you so much, Archbishop. We are grateful and have fun this evening.
Thank you very much.
That is Archbishop, and tonight he's here because he wants to wish peace. And we are still at Majesty Palace. I have a very beautiful woman standing next to me. You might have seen her on TV and you've seen her on social media. She's a true Pan-Africanist, and tonight she's here to honor Otumfuo Osei Tutu II.
Oh, Majesty, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you on the red carpet as well, Makiba.
Oh, thank you very, very much. This is such a glorious occasion, and I'm just so pleased to be able to be in what the land of Asante, the kingdom of Asante.
Are you an Ashanti?
I am half. I'm half. In fact, my father is from New Driving Kofodo, or was from, because he's late. And he was actually a founding member of the Real Republic, just to say. Okay, Edward Percy Bradford Bratton. And then my mother is from the Volta region. Yes.
So you're a true Ashanti?
Yes,
Yes, you are. All right, so let's talk about the 27 years. It's been amazing. I know you have monitored his journey. What do you think about it so far?
I think it's really incredible, and whenever I personally see Otumfuo, I mean, I feel a sense of pride, as so many people do, and you get the sense of peace as soon as he's in your presence. And just the way that he holds himself, and the things he says, these gestures, you know, the way he makes people laugh, even though like they're probably really frightened because they're in front of a king. I think he's a great example for any young person to look up to and say, yes, this is my king. So, yeah, I think, he's just a perfect prince of peace.
Amazing. So what's your wish for him this evening?
I wish him long life. I wish him everything that he desires or what he wants for Ghana as a whole and for Pan-Africa. I just wish him the very best. I just want him to just keep going strong for us so that we have unity. Yeah.
Makiba, thank you so much for speaking with us this evening. I know you're going to have fun because you've got dancing shoes on.
Dancing shoes on. We're gonna have a boogie in there.
I'll see you in the Makiba.
Thank you for having me. You're a brilliant presenter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Makiba. And of course, that's a beautiful Makiba. Tonight, the man of peace, the prince of peace, as he's known, he's the reason why we are at Majesty Palace. You're probably Roslyn, you're amazing. And I have beautiful lady. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You look amazing. You have a beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you.
So let's talk about 27 years. 27 years. Maybe you've monitored for the past 10 years.
I have been here for the past 10 years, and I've just been monitoring the legacy, and I'm really excited about celebrating 27 years and also what the future going to hold.
When you hear the name Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, what does it mean to you?
It means legacy. It means very little and great things. He's done a lot, and I'm really
What's your wish for him this evening?
I wish for him to enjoy, to take it all in, and to take us into the future. That's really what I want to focus on.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
You look beautiful today.
Thank you. And I know you're going to have fun.
I'm going to have a great time.
See you inside then. Right. So tonight, at Majesty, Yawahasi, Moentini Yawaha, Otiko Koso, 27 years. I see Nadia Ewa Kunyanaso. Wayebi Bree. A lot of people say he is the Prince of Peace. Oh my God. So tonight, you don't look honest. So may I ask where you are from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Amazing. Oh, I love, what's it called?
It's called Ange Cap.
Ange. Nice. It's for only men, right?
This is for men. Just wait.
And yours is called?
Would you like to know?
Yes.
Okay. We call this gay.
Gele. I think some of our ladies wear it here. I think it would be good if I stand in between so that, yes. So I'll just be here.
And I'll be sandwiched for tonight. So please, if you don't mind, kindly introduce yourselves to me.
I am Ambassador Professor Steve Davis Uba.
Welcome to Ghana.
Thank you very much.
And Madame, the beautiful Mrs.
Professor Emerita Stevina Ebolocha Uba.
And thank you so much for being in Ghana. May I ask if this is your first time?
Absolutely first time.
Impression so far.
The air is different. It's better. I can't wait to come back.
And what about you, Professor?
I concur with him. But it was a diplomatic response, as you know.
So tonight we are celebrating Otumfuo Tutu II. Is he a personal friend?
No, but he's a personal friend of our host, Ambassador Leslie Okpokuwari.
Fantastic. So what does the 27 years mean to you? When you hear about 27 years and you're here tonight, you definitely have watched his journey so far. What do you think about it?
27 years is a lot of years. And all we wish is for the good Lord to continue giving him the wisdom and the strength to rule over his people and to make his community a better place, and for all of us to come and appreciate what the good Lord has done. So we really appreciate him, yes.
That's good. What about you, Professor?
I'm very touched by the preservation of culture that he has continued to shepherd among the people of ADUMASA. And I think that is something that everybody looks forward to, being able to know that you look at somebody, you can tell who they are from how they look and the culture that they portray. So I'm very happy to be here to celebrate it.
Fantastic. So what's your expectation for tonight?
To have a lot of fun. And I already started at the drink table, so.
Like that. What about you, Ambassador?
The same thing. My mind is a tabula rasa. I'm just, anything goes, and I'm just expecting the best.
So we will definitely be having a lot of fun inside. And thank you so much for joining me on the red carpet. I'm honored. Thank you. All right, so we are still at Majesty Palace. Beautiful time, beautiful red carpet. Asante Krombi, Asante Kromampa. Ahayede, me banana pay na menia jiminya coming kubu. Mesia Ahayede Ankasa. 27 years, the man has made us know that peace does exist. Some call him the Prince of Peace. For 27 years, he has lived it and he has worked it. We are here and I see, oh my goodness, I love what I see. I am embarrassed.
Let's go dancing, ooh la la la. reggae dancing. I went out to the park, and everything was dark, oh yeah. All of a sudden, on came the lights, and everything was feeling right. People started dancing. They called me over to join in. You said, DJ, do not just look at my come on and join the reggae jam. I heard them singing, ooh la la la. Come on. Let's go. Come on, reggae, reggae, dancing, ooh. Now we on the floor. Give me some more. Yeah. The world's just for dancing. Yeah. The music is for a little romancing. Get you singing. Ooh la la la. You're there. Let's go dancing. Ooh la la la. Come on, reggae, reggae dancing. Ooh la la la. Let's go dancing. Ooh la 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 la. Yeah, la la la. Let's go dancing. Yeah, la la la. Reggae dancing. Yeah, la la la. Let's go dancing. Reggae dancing. Oh yes, it's a special occasion. Joyous, such a happy occasion. Joyous, it's a special occasion. Joyous, such a happy occasion. Let's go dancing, la la la. Reggae, I wanna go dancing, la la la. Let's go dancing, la la la. Reggae, I wanna go dancing, la la la. Let's go dancing.
Thank you very much. Greatest band, please bring it down.
I wanna go dancing, la la la. I wanna go dancing.
It's 20 minutes to the hour of 8, and it's a good time to call this house to order. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, humbly I ask that we all be seated and hold ourselves in readiness. Shortly, our gracious host, together with the official party, will be joining us. And upon their coming, we shall extend the needed courtesy. And everything will proceed on time, on point, and on message. We welcome you all, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, to this auspicious gathering called at the behest of our King, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. I'm yours gracefully, Jerry Ajololo, and tonight, in the company of my colleague,
Madame Anita S. King will be glad to serve you as the masters of the ceremony. A few house rules pertaining this grand celebration. The restrooms are located outside to my right, which I believe is to your left. Please beckon any of the ushers to assist you with respect to directions. Additionally, if there's anything we can do to make your stay here extra special, please, my name is Jerry, and with my host of ushers, we're yours to command. While we wait for the arrival of our king and the official party, I shall hand you over to the greatest band. Mumayambo Yendiam Kakra, Vedamasi.
Greatest band, please take it away.
tree bag. Ease on it into a head bag. But you ain't just exactly who I once give. Started to let your head grow. Spend bebop up in your wardrobe. This time I know there's much more to the trip. What is hip? Tell me, you think you know? What is hip? If you really hip, the passing years will show you would hip rip. Maybe if it hip. What is hip? Oh. Yeah. What is hip? If you really hip, passing you show you would hip rip. Maybe if it hip. What is hip? Hit me one more time. What it is? It's nasty. What it is? It's nasty. What it is? Sometimes hit is what it is. Yeah. So you find yourself never guru in the effort to find you a new you. Maybe the manage the ways you conscious level. When you're trying to find the right road, it's one thing you should know. What's here today might become passé. What is it? Tell me, you think you know. What is it? If you really hit, passing is a show. You will hit rib. Baby, if it hit. What is it? Huh. Hit it. Huh. Hit it. Hit it. Huh. Yeah. What is hip? Tell me, you think you know? What is hip? If you really hip, the boxing is for sure. What is hip? Tell me, you think you know? What is hip? If you really hip, the boxing is for sure. What is hip? What is hip? I'd like to know. What is hip? What is hip? I'd like to know. What is hip? What is hip? I'd like to know. What is hip? What is hip? Hit it one more time. Hit it. Yeah. Do it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Very superstitious. What I do? Shake your body. I feel by myself you're gonna make a melt inside. Yeah. I feel, I say you freaking me. By myself, you freak me, you're gonna make a die. Pata, 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 pata. Make you close the door, turn up the light, and make I undress you. Tonight be the night, just you and I, you. Yeah. Make you close the door, turn on the light, and make I undress you. Tonight be the night, just you and I, you. Oh, sugar, sugar mama, come and quench my thirst with your lipstick, and I go be salty, yeah. What I do? Oh, sugar, 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 sugar mama, come and quench my thirst with your lipstick, and I go be salty, yeah. Come take my honey for your love. Make you take my honey for your love. Come take my honey for your love. You're the only one who will turn me on. Come take my honey for your love. Make you take my honey for your love. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. You be the only one. Yeah. Yeah. Pama, you go killing me. The way you walk, the way you whine. Yeah.
And gradually we receive the full compliments of the high table.
Yeah.
All is set for the arrival of our king and the official party. I ask that we all be seated and hold ourselves in readiness. Thank you.
Pama, you go killing me. The way you whine, the way you shake. Make you dance for me privately. Make you shake for me, nobody go see you. Make you dance for me, I feel. Make you shake for me, nobody there. Your mama no go see, your papa no go see. Yeah. You go killing me the way you whine. killing me. The way you whine, the way you shake. Make you dance for me privately. Make you dance for me, nobody there here. Make you shake for me, make you shake for me, nobody there here. Your mama no go see, your papa no go see, your brother no go see, your sister gonna see. I'm go happy. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Make you take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. You be the only one who will turn me on. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Make you take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. You be the only one who will turn me on. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Make you take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. Come take my honey for your love. Honey for your love. You be the only one who will turn me on. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bring it down. Completely down. Thank you very much. Excellencies, Majesties, Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, all is set now for us to receive our King and the official party. I ask that we all be seated and hold ourselves in readiness. It is requested kindly of all of us to place our phones on silent to avoid any interference in the course of this celebration. I thank you for your cooperation.
A little soft music in the background.
"27 years of leadership, sustainable development, and progress. Make welcome the King, Majesty, Otumfuo Osei Tutu the second. In reverence to God Almighty, the giver of life and every good thing, humbly I ask that we rise as we begin in the name of God, who is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Let us receive the Anglican Archbishop of Kumasi, the Right Reverend Oscar Christian Amoa, for this evening's invocation.
Let us pray. Gracious and the most high God, we thank you for our lives individually and collectively as Asante man and the nation Ghana as a whole. Our hearts are full of gratitude for the life of His Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Tutu II, our king, and his position as Asante Hene. We are very much appreciative of the gifts, abilities, the boldness, goodwill, and favor you have endowed him with, which have enabled him to be relevant not only to Asante man, but Ghana and the world as a whole. As we prepare to celebrate the 27th year of his ascendancy on the golden stool, we pray for good health, more wisdom, more knowledge, insight, understanding, keen mind, and above all, long life for him. This evening, Lord, as we gather to celebrate Otumfuo as a pillar of peace, we pray for a larger and a wider capacity for him to receive your peace, which passes all understanding, in order to be able to dispense more peace in this kingdom. Let the purpose of this gathering this night be achieved. We ask this and other blessings upon one and all. In Jesus' name, we pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Please be seated. 27 glorious years of advancing peace and sustainable economic development through a royal vision. He sits amongst us as a pillar of peace. Make welcome with warmth and delight His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Asante Hene. Your Majesty, we welcome you to this glorious celebration. Seated in splendor and in glory by our King is the Princess Consort of Asante. Make welcome Lady Julia Osei Tutu. Our guest of honor, the President of our Republic, here represented by the Deputy Chief of Staff, the Honorable Nana Oye Bampo. Our special guests, former President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Special guest, former Vice President of the Republic, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The first Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, the Honorable Bernard Ahiafo, MP Akati South. The Chief Justice of the Republic, His Lordship Justice Paul Bafo Bode. We make welcome our special guest, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Her Excellency Shirley Ayoko Boche.
Ladies and gentlemen, do please make welcome His Royal Majesty, Ogiame Atuwache III, the Olu of the Warri Kingdom from Nigeria. Joining His Majesty is Her Royal Highness Olori Atuwache III, Queen Consort of the Warri Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we're also warmly joined by the President of the National House of Chiefs. Also joining us today is the Mamponhene Dasabre Osei Bonsu III. We are also joined by the former chairman of the Council of State of the Republic of Ghana, Ndrabihene Nana Otumfuo II. Joining us at the high table, ladies and gentlemen, is the Executive Chairman, Jonah Capital, Dr. Sir Samuel Esson Jonah. We also have the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandit Asiama. Also joining us is the Executive Chairman, KGL Group, Mr. Alex Dade, and of course his beautiful wife, Mrs. Caroline Dade.
Together with you all Ministers of State, heads of mission and other members of the diplomatic corps, captains of industry, partners, friends, family, and well-wishers, we welcome you to Menchia right here in Kumasi, the heart of Asanteman, this great kingdom of renown which has stood for over 400 years as a symbol of resilience. Our word of greeting is simple. We say Yamamu Akwaba, and you all respond, Ya. Yamamu Akwaba. And just like that, we are all sons and daughters of our King. My name is Jerry Ajolodo.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anita Erskine.
And together we're pleased to be serving you as the masters of the ceremony. Tonight, everything has been provided to make our stay here warm, comfortable, and memorable. We shall begin with dinner. The first course is plated together with the other courses. Bon appetit, and while we're at that, the band will serenade us to some very lovely tunes. Bon appetit.
promise that why, darling, you broke your promise. Why, darling, you broke your promise. Why, my sweet darling, you treat me cruel so. Why, darling, you broke your promise. Why, darling, you broke your promise. Why, my sweet darling, you treat me cruel so. You promised me you die when I die. When I'm in trouble, you come and set me free. My sweet darling, you treat me cruel so. You promised me you die when I die. When I'm in trouble, you come and set me free. My sweet darling, you treat me cruel so. I have given you my heart because of this promise. My shining star, my one and only one. Never let me down, never ever leave me alone. I miss you. Why, darling, you broke your promise? Why, darling, you broke your promise? Why, my sweet darling, you treat me cruel so. Why, darling, you broke your promise? Why, darling, you broke your promise? Why, my sweet darling? Give me
It's the best form of music, high life, coming right here. Kumasi, the heart of Asante man.
Tonight's theme, advancing peace and sustainable economic development through royal vision. We could not find a more fitting guardian for this theme than a worthy son of Asante man and a global statesman. Described by the Financial Times of London as the great old African gold king, the African gold finger. He has done for mining what the great Ali
Has done for boxing, Pele has done for football, and Shatawale and Davido are doing for Afrobeats. Tonight I give to you a Knight Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, a Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, the Executive Chairman of the Juna Capital, and one of the most consequential Africans of his generation. He's a man who is forged in the darkness of Ghana's minds and has risen by sheer force of intellect, integrity, and will to illuminate boardrooms in Johannesburg, in London, in New York, and beyond. It took me a whole night to prepare this, Esau. Tonight, we recall with great delight his beginnings here at Ashanti Goldfields as a young man of ambition in 1979, and by 36 had become its first Ghanaian chief executive, going on to multiply its gold production sixfold and shepherding its transformation into a true African multinational and leading it onto the floor of the New York Stock Exchange as the first operating African company ever to earn that distinction. He did not merely build a company. He proved at a moment when the world needed proof that African leadership, African vision, and African excellence were world-class in every sense of the word. But what elevates him tonight beyond the extraordinary catalogue of his commercial achievements is something rather rare, his character. A man who has chaired companies across 4 continents, advised presidents from Kufuor to Obasanjo to Mbeki, served on the General Advisory Council of the United Nations Secretary General's Global Compact, and has earned the admiration of Ghana's mine workers with a Platinum Award and more. And yet, whose most consistent message, drawn from decades of watching power misused and potentially squandered, has been a call, not more for himself and for his own influence, but for honest and limited government, for constitutional reform, and for strengthening peace and democracy. A man who has spent a lifetime at precisely that intersection where investment meets integrity and where economic ambition must answer to social conscience, where the work of building wealth and the work of building peace are not rivals but partners. And it's no small thing he carries on his heart. As a board member of the Otumfuo Osei Tutu Foundation, a personal connection of brotherhood to the extraordinary monarch we gather here tonight to honor, a king who is 27 years on the golden stool and who has shown the world that royal authority and democratic peace are not opposites but allies. Your Majesties, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I give to you our chairperson for this auspicious dinner, Sir Sam Jonah.
Thank you, Jerry. It's the longest introduction I've had the pleasure of listening to. Your Majesty, Otumfuo Osei II, the Asante, the occupant of the golden stool, the pillar of peace. Lady Julia Osei II, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Your Excellency Shedia Yoko Bochwe, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, the first for us in Ghana. The first Deputy Speaker, our Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafubone, the Chief of Defense Staff, General William Ajapong, His Royal Majesty, Ogiame Atuwatse III, Olu of Wari Kingdom, and Her Royal Highness, Olori Atuwatse III. We are indeed deeply honored to have you here with your presence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have chaired many events in my life, but I confess there's something about being invited to chair a dinner in someone's own palace that has a way of concentrating the mind wonderfully. You're supposed to laugh. We are gathered this evening in this magnificent hall within the very walls of Malaysia, the seat of Africa's most storied royal traditions, to mark 27 years since Otumfuo ascended the golden stool and proceeded to do something quite remarkable with the authority it conferred. He chose peace. Not because it was the easier path. Indeed, anyone who thinks that peace is easy has never tried to make it. He chose peace because he understood with the clarity that distinguishes the truly great from the merely powerful, that without peace, everything else is noise. Now, before I go on, I'm obliged to make a declaration. Otumfuo is my brother. I suspect, therefore, I have to admit that being in Miss Company, it will raise questions of objectivity. I want to address that concern directly and with the seriousness that it deserves. I have none. But here is the thing about truth. It is rather inconveniently indifferent to personal considerations. Whether you're Otumfuo's brother or a friend, the facts about this man remain the same. And tonight, the facts speak loudly, so loudly, in fact, that I need only arrange them in good order and step aside. So, ladies and gentlemen, objectivity or no, let the record speak. When Otumfuo VI ascended the golden stool in April 1999, he inherited not only the weight of Asante tradition, 7 centuries of history, of gold, and of kings, but also a portfolio of disputes, wounds, and unresolved tensions that would have defeated lesser men. I just give you an example. The Fiji's stool dispute had festered for 23 years. 23 years. Communities divided, families estranged, cause burdened, and there it sat, a wound that had become so familiar, people had stopped believing it could be healed. His Majesty took it up, 7 sittings, and it was done. The then Chief Justice of Ghana, Justice Kwesi Anum-Yeboah, observed when receiving a commemorative coin that Otumfuo's interventions in chieftaincy disputes has significantly reduced the burden on the courts. Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. A king who lightens the load of the judiciary in a country not short of disputes, that is no small contribution. The Dagbon conflict, a crisis so deep, so violent, so entrenched in history that wise men had quietly given up on it. Indeed, President Kufuor, a man not given to extravagant praise, says something about that resolution that I still think deserves to be repeated tonight. And I quote, "If Otumfuo's achievement
in the resolution of the Dagbon crisis had been in Europe or America, I'm sure the Nobel Peace Prize would have been bestowed on him. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave that thought exactly where President Kufuor placed it. But ladies and gentlemen, his mandate, as it turned out, was not confined to chieftaincy. In 2012, as Ghana prepared for a general election, an election that carried its anxieties, as all of them do, His Majesty convened all presidential candidates to Kumasi. He brought them to this city under his roof, under his moral authority, and secured from them a commitment to peaceful elections. They signed what has famously become known as the Kumasi Declaration. This is not a small feat. Give him a big hand of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, in a continent that has known too many elections descending to violence, a traditional ruler convening political rivals and extracting a peace covenant by moral persuasion alone, without a single law compelling them, is a feat worth recognizing. Let's give him another round of applause. In 2016, he worked quietly behind the scenes once more, helping ease the tension that surrounded that year's transition of power. Quietly, the emphasis is, without fanfare, because the most important things in life are often done that way. And more recently, let's look at the Boko mediation, a conflict so tangled with roots, its roots are so tangled that few believed anyone could even begin to unravel them. His Majesty accepted the role of sole mediator, conducted sessions here at Menchia, and in December of last year, presented his report to the President at the Jubilee House. Ladies and gentlemen, the work continues, but it has begun, and in peacemaking, beginning is everything. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, we witness something very rare, something very beautiful. His Majesty, in this very hall, will confer the prestigious Otumfuo Commemorative Gold Medal on President John Mahama, President Nana Akufo-Addo, and John Kufuor. 3 leaders, 3 eras, 1 golden thread, service to the nation. Give them a high five. President Mahama, for continuing the Dagbon process, establishing the 1 billion CD Boko Revitalization Fund, stabilizing the city, and showing deep respect for traditional authority. For President Akufo-Addo, under whose watch Dagbon achieved lasting peace, and who delivered the transformative free SHS policy that the World Bank called one of the most impactful in our history. And for President Kufuor, who initiated the Dagbon peace process, introduced the NIH, National Health Insurance Scheme, and steered Ghana through APEC, canceling billions in debt and stabilizing the economy. By honoring them jointly, Otumfuo is sending a clear message, louder than any speech, that statesmanship is not about partisan victory. It is about continuing, enduring contributions to peace, prosperity, and national development. Different facets, same golden purpose, ladies and gentlemen. In 2019, Otumfuo addressed the United Nations High-Level Forum on the Culture of Peace. His topic was Partnership for a Culture of Peace, mobilizing traditional leadership and communities for peace and security. He went to New York, and he told the world what he had been demonstrating here at least for 2 decades. The traditional leaders are not relics of the past, but potential architects of the peace that the modern world so desperately needs. The address received global commendation. That same year, he received the Pillar of Peace Award at the inaugural Africa Premier Leadership Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in troubled times. Ukraine bleeds, the Middle East bends, Tensions fracture the architecture of international order that the previous generation built at great cost. Multilateralism is under strain. Alliances that seem permanent are proving now negotiable. And too many leaders find political profit in the performance of conflict. And yet, in this room, ladies and gentlemen, in this room, we have a man who has spent 27 years demonstrating quietly, persistently, and effectively that there is another way, that dialogue, patiently sustained, is stronger than any decree, that moral authority deployed in the service of peace can accomplish what no army or court can compel. Ladies and gentlemen, the world does not need more weapons. The world needs more leaders like Otumfuo. I say that as a man who has spent his life in mining and investment, I know the value of what lies beneath the ground. But I have learned that the most precious ore of all is the kind of leadership that builds rather than divides, rather than destroys, reconciles, and sees in every conflict a peacemaking waiting to be negotiated. His Majesty has been mining that ore for 27 years. And then, of course, there is education. His Majesty understands, indeed, as all true great leaders do, that the most durable peace is not achieved at the signing ceremony. It is built slowly in classrooms, in the minds of children who learn to think critically, to engage with difference, to see humanity in the other. His Majesty's commitment to education as a tool for national development is not separate from his peacemaking. Indeed, it is his peacemaking extended across generations. An educated society creates its own conditions for peace. It builds institutions. It develops the capacity for reasoned disagreement. It produces citizens who settle disputes with words, not weapons. And in support of education, Otumfuo is not simply fulfilling a royal duty. It is planting peace in soil that will bear fruit after all of us in this room have taken a vow. Ladies and gentlemen, Shakespeare's Mark Antony stood over Caesar's body and told Rome, I quote, "The good is often interred with their bones." He had to wait until his friend was dead before he could say the things that needed saying. And even then, he had to dress it in irony to get the crowd to listen. We are lucky here tonight. His Majesty is sitting here right with us, in very good health, in good humor, and in the full knowledge that what is being said is not in eulogy, but in celebration. We don't need irony. We don't need a funeral, and we certainly do not need to wait. Tonight, the ears are open, and so we speak. Tonight, we mark this occasion with gold, as Asante has always done over the years. The commemorative gold coin that honors His Majesty is not merely a beautiful object, though it certainly is. It is a statement that this community, this nation, this world chooses to recognize greatness in the living, to say thank you while the ears that need to hear are still open. The coin and all the artworks unveiled tonight will go into homes, offices, and treasuries around the world, carrying with them a very simple message that peace is possible, that one person in one chair with sufficient wisdom and moral courage can tip the scales. Your Majesty, in conclusion, 27 years ago, you ascended the golden stool and received the weight of an ancient kingdom. Since then, you have carried that weight brilliantly, and you have added to it the voluntary burden of other people's conflicts, other people's wounds, other people's unanswered questions. You did it because you understood that a king is only as great as the peace his kingdom enjoys, and that the boundaries of your kingdom in your hands have always extended as far as your conscience could reach. We have gathered here while you are still reigning to say in full voice what needs no funeral to be true. Ghana is better for it. Africa is better for it. And on this particular evening, the world is paying attention. Are you go? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our chairman of the occasion, Dr. Samuel Esonjona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the founder of E-on3, Mr. Richard Oforiatta, and of course, as you are here basking in the glory of our 27th anniversary of Otumfuo, World Meets in Ghana Executive Ball wants to extend its deep-felt gratitude to our partners, the Menchia Palace, KGL Group, the Diaspora Affairs Office of the Office of the President. We also say a big thank you to the Commonwealth Secretariat, the Bank of Ghana, the Multi-Bank Group Dubai, the African Gold Market Association. We want to say a big thank you to Typhoon Greenfield, Ghana Link, Day Prague Tokenization LLC Dubai. Also, thank you to you, Stratcon Energy, Ghana Gold Board, Gold Coast Refinery, Dawak Gold Refinery, Caveman Watches, Popo Global Investment, Access Bank Ghana PLC, Emirates Gold DMCC, Devtraco Plus, and a touch of bronze. We say a big thank you, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our generous partners. And speaking about partnership, it gives me great pleasure to invite to the podium the Director of the Diaspora Affairs at the Office of the President. Ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished citizen and son of the soil, please warmly welcome the patriot, Mr. Kofi Ochre Darko.
Thank you very much indeed, Anita. I must say that having worked in the media space for about 30 years and having hosted about 3,000 events for the very first time in my life, I'm very nervous, in front of greatness. Our gracious host, Your Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Asante Hene, my king, our matriarch, Her Royal Highness Lady Julia Osei Tutu, the Queen Consort of the Asante Kingdom, His Royal Highness Ogiami Otuwati III, the Olu of the Warri Kingdom of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Royal Highness Olori Otuwati III, the Queen Consort of the Warri Kingdom, our special guest of honor, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Excellency Shirley Ayokoboche, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, being represented here by my boss, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Nana Oye Bampo Addo, Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former President of the Republic of Ghana, Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia, former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Bernard Ahiafo, First Deputy Speaker of Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, His Lordship Justice Paul Bafoboni, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Wamkele Mene, Secretary General of AFTA Secretariat, Honorable Ministers of State, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Nananom, senior government officials, service commanders here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, colleagues from the media, my diaspora family, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. The Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, working alongside E-on-3 Group to host this evening, has been very deliberate. Tonight's gathering was not put together simply to mark an anniversary. It was actually organized because leadership, investment, diaspora engagement work together and better when they meet in the same room and deal with each other directly. 27 years under the leadership of Otumfuo, Osei Tutu II, my king, has shown that steady leadership looks like over time. Stability here has not happened by chance. It's been very, very deliberate. It has come from discipline, consistency, and the ability to keep traditional authority relevant in a modern national setting. From the diaspora perspective, the consistency matters more than many people seem to realize. People living abroad do not invest where they feel very uncertain. They invest where they see order, respected authority, and continuity. And His Majesty leadership, definitely, whose signal have remained clear. Everywhere you go in the world, people look up to us because we have an element of royalty that people can applaud and admire from a distance. We see this very clearly every year during the Akwesidae Festival, especially the one held in August. And I must say that this year we're taking that event to the United States in August, and people from different walks of life are going to be in Washington, D.C. as we celebrate Akwesidae Kese and Ghana for that matter. Many Ghanaians abroad plan their trips around it. They return because they want to reconnect with identity. But once they arrive, their attention naturally shifts to opportunity, being land, property, tourism, agriculture, and partnerships with local businesses. That pattern has been observed with consistency. Cultural connection opens the door. Trust keeps people engaged. And once people feel confident, business conversations begin and local trade ultimately benefits. This is one reason traditional institutions remain relevant in national development conversations. They provide stability where uncertainty might otherwise slow progress. Investors, particularly those in the diaspora, look closely at how stable leadership structures are in place before they commence business. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's gathering reflects that reality. Royal leadership, national leadership, private sector access, and diaspora partners are all present when the right people meet in the same environment. Conversations move faster and decisions become more practical. The Diaspora Affairs, in partnership with E-on-3 Group, shows a clear understanding that heritage platforms are not just cultural spaces. They are also entry points into investment and collaboration when managed properly. Your Majesty, your leadership in the last 27 years has demonstrated that tradition does not have to stand apart from development. It can support it. It can provide the kind of stability that encourages people, both locally and abroad, to commit resources with confidence. Your Majesty, tonight is not only about recognizing years you've served. It is about recognizing consistency, the kind of consistency that builds confidence across communities and across borders. On behalf of the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, we appreciate the opportunity to stand here in partnership for this occasion. May God continue to bless you. Oma Onkwada. May He continue to bless the Asante Kingdom. And of course, bless Ghana, our beautiful country, and Africa for that matter. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Kofi Otredako is the Director of Diaspora Affairs at the Office of the President. Thank you very much for that very warm address. And talking about consistency of efforts, we must certainly congratulate and tap our diasporan brothers and sisters for such consistency showed over the years. Joining us with warmth and affection, ladies and gentlemen, our brother all the way from the United States, Mr. Boris Kojo. Make him welcome with a round of applause. Thank you for joining us tonight. As we proceed, Sir Sam the Chair, Your Majesties, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we acknowledge a very key partner, our headline sponsor, the KGL Group. This evening, we're joined by their leader, the executive chairman, who has helped build one of Ghana's most dynamic indigenous business groups, with interests spanning dynamic indigenous business groups from technology, gaming, digital innovation, finance, healthcare, sports, and social impact. A passionate advocate for African economic self-determination and the builder of enduring institutions. He's a three-time Group CEO of the Year at the Ghana CEO Excellence Awards from 2023 to 2025, and recipient of the Forbes Best of Africa Corporate Leadership and Innovation Award, Emmy Man of the Year, and the recipient of the Order of the Star of Ghana. He's addressed many thought leadership platforms at the University of Ghana, the Side Business School at Oxford, and the London School of Economics, to mention but a few. Would you please make welcome the celebrated Alex Apao Dade.
Your Excellency and I go a very, very, very long way. And we've all been very, very proud diasporans. We lived in London together. He left London before some of us did to come to Ghana and become the Asante. So we have been very close friends and kept that friendship till now. Your Royal Majesty, we're so proud of you. The chairman of the occasion, Dr. Sam Jonah, and I always say we're friends like him, and those who have been ahead of us, we cannot afford to fail when we have mentors like him. Your Excellency Shirley Ayokoboche, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Your Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, former President of the Republic, Your Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former Vice President of the Republic, Your Royal Majesty, the Olu of Wari Kingdom, and Your Royal Highness from the Olu Kingdom. May I stand on all the protocols observed. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight on behalf of Corporate Ghana and the KGL group of companies of which I lead as the Executive Chairman, to congratulate Your Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu. For 27 years, Otumfuo has demonstrated that true leadership is not about occupying a throne, but about transforming it into an instrument of peace and stability. He has shown us that tradition is not a limitation, it is a foundation. That culture is not static, it is dynamic. And that authority, when exercised with wisdom, can become a powerful force for national and global and support for corporate Ghana and Ghanaian-owned enterprise. I recall years ago, during the launch of the gold coin, reflecting on the significance of that moment, I remarked that if the Asante Kingdom were trading on the international stock market, it would undoubtedly be one of the most profitable stocks to invest in. That statement holds even greater meaning today as it did then. As we continue to witness the strength, resilience, and the value of the kingdom under Your Majesty's stewardship. At the KGL group of companies, our support for Asante Man is not incidental, it is deliberate. We have always believed that if you operate, and this happens also to be one of the largest markets in Ghana, the Asante Kingdom, or the Asante region. And we believe that if you operate in sectors and in regions that touch the public interest, then your responsibility must be greater than your ambition. Because if our businesses grow while society weakens, then that growth is not progress. It is an imbalance, and that is why our commitment to the Ashanti Kingdom is rooted in shared values. These are values of people upliftment, values of discipline and long-term thinking. Your Excellency, through the KGL Foundation, we have sought to translate these values into tangible impact. The KGL Foundation has worked closely with Asanteman in the last 6 years on two of our, as the KGL's 5 major pillars. We have worked with Asanteman on culture and heritage, and also on mental health care. On cultural heritage through our sponsorship of events like this and the Gold Coin Initiative. We have helped fund the Heritage Museum in Ashanti region. And we have collaborated with Lady Julia to build one of the largest health facilities, the KGL If Medical Center, a multi-million-dollar initiative, which was commissioned by the Vice President in December. That was the first phase, and we are on to the next phase. So, on behalf of the KGL Group of Companies and Corporate Ghana, we express our deepest gratitude and respect to His Majesty. Nana, your leadership has been a gift to this nation and to our continent. Through your calm authority, unwavering sense of justice, and your deep commitment to unity, you have shown us that true power lies not in dominance, but in restraint, not in words alone, but in action, and not in momentary influence, but in lasting impact. You have built bridges where others have built walls. Your legacy, therefore, is not one that is simply to be remembered, but it's one that will be felt. Felt in the peace that communities continue to enjoy today, felt in the strength of institutions you have helped shape, felt in the pride of the people whose identity you have protected and elevated. And long after today, and long after this gathering, long after all of us have played our part, your name, Otumfuo Osei II, will remain a reference point for leadership done right, for peace secured with wisdom, and for legacy built not for applause, but for generations. Because when we get it right, the world will not only meet in Ghana and Asanteman, the world will learn from Ghana and Asanteman. We ask for long health for you. May God bless Asanteman, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the Executive Chairman of KGL Group, Mr. Alex Dade, which brings us to a warm and sumptuous meal. Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is now served. Dandy Dosty for beautiful music while we have dinner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed with our program. It is now my distinct honor to invite to the podium a distinguished and forward-looking monarch and one of the youngest recipients of the Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in recognition for his commitment to leadership, cultural preservation, and community development, not only in Nigeria, but across the continent of Africa. Our dear Chair Samjona, Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with warm applause and perhaps also on our feet, please allow us to make welcome Majesty Ogeme Atuwache III, the Olu of the Wari Kingdom, to share his keynote. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome His Majesty.
Thank you. Please sit down. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Being in the midst of the cream of Ghanaian society, I am going to try my best to be a very good Nigerian and stand on the already established protocol. Otumfuo and I were remarking that the earlier speeches were running a bit long, so I intend to move with alacrity so that he does not pinch me when I get back to my seat. This evening I acknowledge my brother, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, with the deepest respect. And even before my ascension, I admired you from a distance. And today, I am happy and honored to celebrate you at your right-hand side. I will not betray my age. Your brother earlier said you ascended the throne in 1999. I will not reveal at what level of education I was receiving in that year. All you need to know is that, according to my tradition and culture, once the crown is on my head, I no longer have an age. But I celebrate you as you mark 27 years of steady, disciplined leadership. Like the speaker before me, I affirm Otumfuo as a builder and guardian of peace, which is the result of deliberate leadership. I must highlight your influence to stability within Ghana and beyond. And I know that there are politicians in the room, including a former president, but to many of us outside Ghana, and I dare say this with humility, and I say it very carefully, that Otumfuo, in his own regal way, represents the face of Ghana. I make it clear that peace enables growth, investment, and dignity. It leads to outcomes in communities built on trust and continuity. As a fellow monarch, I must also take this opportunity to present monarchy as a stabilizing force in modern Africa, especially when the monarchy is God-led and people-focused. And I say this because God, who ordained it, and the ancestors who have upheld it, will all be watching, without any pressure, of course, to ensure that you do better than they did, and you hand an enviable inheritance to those who come after you. Therefore, thrones come with cultural authority, moral voice, and continuity. At this point, I would like to specially recognize the presence of Shirley Botway, the Commonwealth Secretary General, who I adopted and gave the name Uro Wali. Also, the representative of the President, John Dramani Mahama, as well as the former President, Nana Akufo-Addo. There must be strategic alignment between institutional and private sector partnerships, as well as an alignment between thrones, state, and global platforms. I would also like to use this moment to call for deeper cooperation among African monarchs. And I put my money where my mouth is by yet again presenting myself publicly as an African monarch who happens to be domiciled in Warri. And this is also part of why I was able to boldly bestow an Ishakiri name on a prominent Ghanaian lady. With this mindset, we can all share in the work of peace building, youth development, and economic vision. And this is certainly a collective continental responsibility. And in closing, Your Majesty, I offer my continued goodwill and pray that God will give you wisdom and strength in many years to come. I affirm solidarity between Warri Kingdom and Ashanti Kingdom, and I look forward to many years of peace and prosperity in Ashanti Kingdom, in Ghana, and across Africa. God bless you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for His Royal Majesty, the Olu of Warri, Ogiame Atuwashe III. And now let's take a moment to reflect on a legacy
that continues to shape our nation and inspire our continent. Ladies and gentlemen, through moments of challenge and transition, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II has stood as a steady force, guiding dialogue, fostering unity, and strengthening the fabric of society. And now, we would like for you to take a look at the screens as we not only go down memory lane, but as we come face to face with a clear understanding of why he is defined as our pillar of peace.
Receiving the gold coin, Otumfuo indicated that the commemorative coin is an honor he shares with Asante and Ghana. President Nana Akufo-Addo remarked that it is fitting for Otumfuo to be honored with a commemorative gold coin, noting that his contributions to the advancement of peace and stability in the nation are well documented.
It's appropriate that he be so duly honored, not honored on the continental level or national level, and also by the minting of this coin in his honor face. I'm grateful for the courtesy of your visit and the gift that you have given me. I appreciate it very much. And I'm hoping that developments like these become normal and customary in the development of our nation.
Former President John Ejiokum Kufuor believes that had Otumfuo's achievements in resolving the Gabon conflict occurred in Europe or America, he and the two other monarchs who mediated the crisis will have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He recounted how Otumfuo facilitated Ghana's exit from the highly indebted poor countries initiative, HIPIC, leading the IMF and the World Bank Group to agree on debt relief totaling approximately $4 billion from Ghana's creditors.
The solution didn't lie in a legalistic solution, not a commission of inquiry. The people were not pacified. The police investigated to arrest criminals and so forth and so on. but still there was no peace in the end Dagbon generally. So I approached Otumfuo, put the matter before him, enlisted his help, said, Nana, help me to assure the Dagombes that my government was innocent, that we wished best for them, but we just we find ourselves in this trap that we are innocent of. Otumfuo considered the matter. It's all right. You join the two old kings and then approach the Dagombes to see if they would listen. We use traditional means to resolve this, the impasse there.
President John Dramani Mahama indicated that Otumfuo Setitutu II was the prime mover in settling the Dagbon crisis and mentioned his instrumental role in Ghana securing an extended credit facility from the IMF in 2016 to strengthen the economy.
When we had the crisis in the economy in 2013-2014, Paul will know all these things. We had implemented a single spine pay policy from Professor Mills' time. And 2012-2013 was when the arrears were kicking in. That is after placing everybody on the spine. And so we overshot in terms of revenue. We have been assured that the revenue is but it turned out to be quite a burden on the budget. And so we did the safety forum, in which PBO of Blessed Memory, was one of the prime movers together communicating and the others. And after that, they came up with a homegrown fiscal consolidation program. We tried to implement it, but the international investors they didn't believe that we had the discipline to be able to do it. And so we tried to convince them, but they wouldn't budge. And so eventually we realized that, if we were to get credibility behind the program, then we needed to go to the IMF. They wanted to see us under the schoolmaster before they believed that we would implement the program. Now we started talking to the IMF, and they were stalling the program and extending the discussions, negotiations. And then after I finished meeting, says, okay, and then they give you another day to meet another month away. It was critical to get this program locked in as quickly as possible. So one day, in one of my frustrations, I was in Kumasi and I went to see him. And he asked me how things were going. And then I explained to him what was going on. And then I remember that, he had quite some good friends in high places. So I just said, I need to be in this thing. I don't know facilities for getting to speed up these negotiations for a program for us. And then he readily accepted. And because of that request, he got ready. He called the new person, he took a flight, he flew, met him, they went together to Washington, and the person took him to, at that time, the IMF director was Madame Lagarde. Yeah. And they went and saw her. And then after the meeting, in a short space of time, things changed. And then suddenly, we had the extended credit facility, the ECF.
Hello? Hello?
And for this, the world meets in Ghana to celebrate our King for 27 impactful years of peace, nation building, and sustainable development. Put your hands together for His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, King of Asante. Sir Sam, the Chair, Your Excellencies, Your Majesties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we're joined by a woman who returns home not as a guest, but a true daughter of the motherland. Her presence this evening in the presence of our King, whose own reign has been a masterclass in the very values she now owns very dearly. Values of patience, of principles, and of hard work, something that lasts. She brings to her office more than 2 decades of leadership in diplomacy, international relations, culminating in her immediate past role as Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome back home with warmth and affection, yours and mine, Her Excellency Shirley Ayoko Botwe, by the grace of God, Secretary General of the Commonwealth.
Our distinguished chairperson, Sir Sam Jonah, Your Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II,
Asante Hene, our host, Her Royal Highness, Lady Julia Osei Tutu, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Nana Oyebampoado, representing the President of the Republic, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former President of the Republic, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, former Vice President Dr. Alhaji Bawumia, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Your Royal Majesty Ogiame Achuache III, Olu of Warri Kingdom, Her Royal Highness Olori Atuache III, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, led by the Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a profound honor to join you this evening at Menchia Palace in this great city of Kumasi for this special celebration. I am deeply grateful for the generous invitation extended to me, and I bring warm greetings from the Commonwealth family. Tonight, we gather to mark the 27th anniversary of the coronation of His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. And in doing so, we honor a leader whose reign has come to symbolize something rare and precious in our time. The patient, principled, wise, and far-sighted work of peacemaking. That is why this occasion matters so much, because peace is often spoken of as an aspiration, but in truth, peace is work. Peace is leadership. It is judgment. It is restraint. It is the ability to hold trust across difference and to summon reconciliation where others see only division. That is the work Otumfuo has undertaken in Ghana, and it is why he is rightly recognized not only as the occupant of the revered golden stool, but as a world leader and a pillar of peace. His Majesty has shown over many years that traditional leadership and modern statecraft are not in contradiction. At their best,
They strengthen one another. The moral authority of tradition, exercised with wisdom and integrity, can help societies find balance, restore dialogue, and move forward together, anchored in values tested by time. That is a lesson the world needs, perhaps now more than ever. We live in a time of sharpened tensions and deep uncertainty. Across regions, we see conflict, mistrust, democratic strain, economic anxiety, and communities unsettled by rapid change. Many people feel that institutions are becoming more distant, just when reassurance and stability are needed most. The response to this uncertainty begins with leadership. Leadership that is steady enough to calm tensions. Leadership that is generous enough to build bridges. Leadership that understands that dignity, dialogue, and justice are not abstract ideals, but the foundations of national and regional cohesion and lasting progress. That is why tonight's theme, Advancing Peace and Sustainable Economic Development through Royal Vision, is so important. Peace and development are not separate pursuits. One depends upon the other. Without peace, there can be no durable investment. Without stability, there can be no broad-based prosperity. Without trust, no society can fully unlock the talents and loyalty of its people. Without peace, stability, and trust, societies pay a heavy price, including the higher price of credit. This is true across the Commonwealth. It is true across Africa, and it is true here in Ghana. As Commonwealth Secretary General, I see every day how much our member states need institutions and leadership that can prevent division, strengthen confidence, and create the conditions in which opportunity touches everyone. And I see how peace is not merely the absence of conflict. It is the presence of fairness, voice, legitimacy, and hope. That is why the Commonwealth attaches such value to the work of mediation, dialogue, and reconciliation. His Majesty's record in helping to settle disputes, ease tensions, and lend his authority